Hello everybody and welcome to Big Elephant Plans. What I'm going to be sharing with you today is just a quick flip through of my 8.5 by 11 large plum paper planner and a pen test. It's usually the first two things that I like to do when I get a new planner, but I got this one back in July and I just haven't done it yet. So I won't be showing you July and August because I've already started using those. But I will show you just a quick flip through. Now this is the 8.5 by 11 large, so it is really big. It is their biggest planner at Plum Paper Planners, and it's got the clear cover on it. I forgot to ask to have it cut so that it can be interchangeable, but I went ahead and cut it myself, and it's really pretty easy. Well, I'd say it's pretty easy, but it just comes off just like this, and I can put other covers on there. And if you do have like an Erin Condren cover, they fit pretty well. I usually use my scissors to put this back on. Let me see if I can grab my scissors real quick. So I just usually use my scissors rather than using my fingernails because that works better for me. And it's pretty quick and easy to do. Okay, so this is the cover that I had personalized for me this year. I chose to go with the 8.5 by 11 when we decided to homeschool my son. He is going into 4th grade this year, but we're homeschooling 5th grade because he went to 5th grade in all of his placement tests. So it comes with this little thing. I usually don't really fill this out very much because this planner I'm not taking with me. If I were like carrying it around, I would probably fill it out, but I didn't. We put some important dates in here in the school breaks. I made sure to use Frixion Mildliners on the school dates because they were changing several times, so that was good that I did that. And I don't have a use that much for this. I've seen some people use it for like past appointments and future appointments, that kind of thing, so you can see like when was the last time my kids went to the dentist and things like that. Fortunately, my kids went in early March before everything got shut down, so they are good on that. I like to use this for routines and things. I haven't put a whole lot into here yet because I just haven't done that. I wasn't going to show you. So this is what I do when I have when I get a new planner. I'll put some sticky notes in here with all the dates of the month so that if I have something come up, I don't have to write it on this part. I can just quickly write it in here. And then I keep a little to-do list over here on this side. I will show you one trick a lot of people don't like on the Plum Paper Planner when they pull the tab that it opens to this rather than opening to the month. What I do is I just get a quick little sticky note and I put a new tab on here like this. So when I want to open to the dashboard, I just grab the top of the tab or the bottom of the tab and it flips real easy to that part. When I want to grab the month, I grab right in the middle and I flip right to the month. So that's a quick little tip that I like to use to make it really easy to grab what you want. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to flip all the way to the back here to the notes section, and we are going to start with a pen test. I have a pretty good collection of pens. I keep them all in this little bag here, so all my favorite pens stay right there in this bag. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was years ago, but I keep all my pens, my tweezers, my scissors, my X-Acto knife and things like that in here so I can use it when I'm planning. And then I've got a couple of pens that stay on my desk, and they just stay in these little cups. So I think we're going to get started with these. That's the Zebra Sarasa. Let's see if you can see that. I got these at Staples. They were actually on clearance, but I really like these. These are really pretty colors, and I got some metallics in there too. So we're just gonna probably end up speeding through this. And I usually write down the size also. Alright, so I finished the zebra Sarasa. I did have some 1.1 millimeter things in there, but you can see there's absolutely no ghosting, no shadowing, nothing on the back side. So these are one of my favorite pens to write in my Plum Paper Planner because they're beautiful colors. I really like the silver and the gold on top of my stickers, and so I use those a lot. But these are some of my favorite pens. Next, I'm going to do the Staedtler. I hope you can see that. These are a ball. I actually got these when we were on a trip to Germany, but they are available in the US. You can probably just order them on Amazon. I'll look and see if I find them, and I'll add a link down below. So these are Staedtler. These do take just a little bit of work to start off sometimes. So usually if I'm writing in my planner, I'll start it on a little sticky note on the side. See that one just... And I don't have much luck with orange pens anyway. You'll see when I get to the Frixion pens, I have a different orange Frixion pen. But I do have lots of great colors in the Staedtler pens and the Frixion pens. I know a lot of people are fans of the Staedtler fine liners. I think that's what they are. And I have them, but I feel that sometimes they ghost just a little too much for my liking in my planner, so I don't really use them a lot. But I think I've got just about every color they've made of those because I really do like them. I'll show you there, right here. So those are the fine liners. I'll go ahead and put one right next to this one so you can kind of see what I'm talking about when I flip the page. So this is this. And these are 0.3. Okay, so I guess the red wasn't the best pick for that, because maybe the red doesn't ghost just as much as some of the other colors. There is a little bit of texture on the back side with the Staedtler balls, and there is a little ghosting. I don't know if y'all can see it, but when you like flip the page, you can see just a little bit more ghosting, and you can see that texture a lot from the Staedtler balls. But if I'm using stickers or something and writing on top of that, you won't notice the texture at all. Or really the ghosting for that matter. So this is the Frixion ball point, I should do it this way, Frixion ball 0.05. I do have, I think this one's a 0.7. Most of them, I believe, are 0.5s because I prefer the 0.5s. I think my black one is 0.7. I should do it this way. Because I think I've only found the 0.5s in the big sets, and if I just need a black, I usually either buy just the black or buy a smaller set. My daughter got me this one for my birthday, and it is the 0.5, and it has 4 colors in there, so that's gray, but it's actually a black, and then blue and green and red. And I do buy the refills for these, and I usually get them from Jet Pens, but I think you can also get them from Amazon. But I'll show you the refills. It's funny because I haven't found a refill yet that contains all 4 colors. So this is the refill for the multi. The pen, the refills are slightly smaller than your standard size. So so you do have to make sure that you get the one for the multi. And for some reason they only contain 3 colors, and you have to buy the green refill separately, which I think is really weird. But I can show you real quick that that is a major size difference between these and these. So it's that one I keep in my planner all the time, so I can write in at least 4 different colors, but the rest of these I keep on my desk. And I like this one. This one's a little bit fun because you actually click it from here. See, there is my clickable orange. See, that's what I'm talking about. See my clickable orange? There's plenty of ink in here. See, it's full. But it's the second orange that's done that to me, and I don't know why I can't get any ink to come out. So I usually just use this one. It's the, let me do it. I keep doing it upside down because I'm left-handed. It's the Frixion 0.7, but for some reason the clickables don't work on me, but I guess the ones with the cap do work, so I don't know what that is. But we're just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna speed this up. I do have a pretty large collection of Frixion pens, and one thing I noticed, and I could be wrong, but I think it's the same with all of the Frixion pens, but in my collection of Frixion pens, all of the 0.5s come with a white eraser, and all of the 0.7s come with a dark eraser color. I think it's colored to match the color of the pen, but I thought that was interesting. So it makes it really easy for me when I'm going through pens to see which ones are. See, I just messed up there. So just erase it just like that. It's really easy and it comes out really clean. I didn't realize I was having a problem with this one. Okay, so this is a color that I do not use very often in my planner. It's a really dark blue. So we have the blue that I just used, and it looks kind of purpley, but it is not purpley, it is blue. And this is their purple, just so you can see the color difference. So see, that one is, this one's like a really deep, dark, blackish kind of blue. The color that comes in here, this pen, is actually the same as this one. So like I said, I don't really use this one very often. I didn't even realize that it wasn't working. You know what? I'm going to show y'all this one since I have the 0.5 out, and then I will show you the other one. So this is the 0.5 millimeter in my multi, and then this is the 1 millimeter and that I keep in my little pen holder here. There's not a lot of there is not a lot of difference in these two pens in my opinion, but the 1.0 does tend to be a little bit smoother writing. So there it is. There's a little bit of texture, not as much as what I get with the Staedtler balls. There is a little bit of texture there, but no shadowing, so again, I like these a lot. While we are doing the zebra friction, I'm just going to go ahead and show you these. These are the Frixion colors. They're called something else, though when I link down below, I'll tell you what they're called. But they are the markers. So it's like a thin marker. It's not double-ended. It's just that one. But I don't really use these to write. I use them more for just like a box around something or something like that. That's these. There's some really nice colors, and they erase just as nicely as all the rest of the Frixion colors. I'll show you one thing that's a little bit funny about them is when you go to write, the Frixion colors don't show up as nicely on top of them, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. So if I really like this pink. This is one of my favorites. So I can color in that pink. Right. I'm going to do 2 sets of it for you to see. So I'm just going to take my black. Alright, 3 o'clock. And you see the way that it kind of, I don't know, it messes up the ink. And I will show you just for the sake of showing you. So I can write on top of it, but then it like smears out. And it doesn't really seem to make a difference on how long you let it dry for that to happen. That's just the way it does. So this is one of my other favorite pens. It is the Energel, Pentel Energel, and this is a 0.3. And if I write on top of that, and it doesn't really matter if I use the 0.5, that one is still pretty good. It's not as good, but the 0.3 writes really well on top of it. Let's see. I do have a 0.7 in black, so I will show you. That's just the pink, same pink again. See, if I write with a thicker pen, so this was the 0.7. So if I write with that thicker pen, for some reason it does that. So I haven't really figured out a solution to that, so I do use it for like boxes, but I don't really use it to write on top. And then the next ones that I have in here are the Papermate InkJoy. I like these a lot. It's probably one of my favorite pens because I do have a lot of colors in that one. But I will show y'all these next. And I do prefer the finer tipped pens, but I haven't found a lot of options for the Papermate InkJoy colors. Because like I said, I do a lot of colors, a lot of different colors in my pens. So the more color options, the better. And I'm probably just going to speed through this one too, so y'all don't have to watch me write everything. You know, I said I have a lot of colors of pen. I like to write a lot of different colors, but I don't really do like colors to match my like theme for the week. I usually use colors to color code my family and the different things that I've got going on. So if I have something that pertains to my daughter, I'll usually write it in pink. Something that pertains to my son, his favorite color used to be green, so I write it in this light green. When I first started color coding, I only had the options of the Frixion pens because I was dedicated to using Frixion pens in my planner, so I didn't really have like a huge range of colors. So I will show you what I use. Alright, so I'll show you how those did on the back side. There is, like, this is my favorite as far as like texture goes. There is a little bit of ghosting. If I close that page, you're still gonna see a little bit of the ghosting. Some of the lighter colors, like this is probably orange here and yellow and the light green, they're not gonna show through as much, but they do show through a little bit. So this was my daughter. This is anything that relates to the family. For some reason, orange was me. The green was my son. Dark green is anything that relates to our bakery. Light blue was my husband. And then the darker blue was anything that's specific to just the kids. So if like both the kids have a dentist appointment, instead of writing it in half in pink and half in green, I would write it all in blue. Or if they had a day out of school for some reason, I would do that in blue. And then purple is anything that relates to my Etsy shop. And then black, of course, is just for like, you know, whatever else. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is my zebra Mildliners. So I told y'all that I am a big fan of rainbow colors, so I actually reordered these in the packages to be rainbow color. They did come, I did buy all 5 packages, but my daughter stole 3 of them from me. So I have 2 that aren't in the package. I don't really use these a whole lot because I tend to use these more, but I will show you these next just so you can see kind of what the colors are. And I'll try to, let's see, I'm gonna write, so I don't know if you can see that. The colors are not very clearly marked on here as to what they are. There is a color code in here, and then it's got the bold and the fine. But I did write down somewhere my colors, but now I don't know if I've got them in the right order to know what these are. I think they are in the right order though, so we're gonna go ahead and do this and we're just gonna see. So yeah, this one is red. This one is vermilion. There is a coral pink. That is one of the colors that Lila has stolen from me. So maybe I can get her to do a pen test and show you what that one looks like. So I don't know if y'all can see this on here. It is really tiny. Where is it on this one? Okay. So see right here, WKT7MY, and this one says MLY. So this one is lemon yellow and this one is the regular yellow. But if you have the Mildliners and you're trying to figure out the names of the colors, that's where you'll find them. Right there. Just, I like to know what the colors are when I am working on like a color scheme for the week, just because it makes it easy for me to confirm that I'm using the right color. You know, I'll go to this and I'll say, okay, so I really want to use the red and the apricot and the lemon yellow this week. So, you know, I'll look at that label and confirm that I do have the right colors. And there is a lavender, which Lila has also stolen from me. So I won't have that one to share with y'all today. Like I said, maybe she'll show you what those look like. I think that those are ones that probably don't come in the 15 pack when you buy the 15 pack of Mildliners, because that is what she got, and she did not have those colors. So like you can see, if I'm a little heavy-handed when I end the line, you can see a little bit of shadowing on some of these colors right there. So that's like right in this line here. But you don't really see it too bad, and that little bit just isn't going to bother me. So that's all I have for you. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, you know, be sure to hit the thumbs up, or you can just hit the subscribe button so you can see future videos. We're going to be sharing a lot about our different planners and what we have going on in them. So hit the thumbs up, and thanks again for joining me.